Hello and welcome to Devendu's podcast once again. In the last episode, we saw the birth of Parikshit and Ashwathama's cowardly act. But in this episode, we are going to see the last stage of Pandavas where they are going to depart and the life lessons learned by Parikshit. So let's get going. After the great Mahabharat war, King Yudhishthira ruled Hastinapura with righteousness. Shri Krishna returned to Dwaraka, and for a time peace prevailed. But soon troubling signs appeared. People grew greedy, anger and falsehood spread, families quarreled, and morality declined. Yudhishthira sensed it clearly. Kali Yuga was approaching. Arjuna had gone to Dwaraka and had not returned for months. When he finally came back, tears filled his eyes. With great sorrow, Arjuna revealed the truth. Sri Krishna had left the world. The Yadu dynasty had destroyed itself by the Lord's own will. The Pandavas were heartbroken. Yet, fixing their minds on Sri Krishna, they accepted the divine plan. Understanding that their purpose on earth was complete, Yudhishthira placed his grandson Parikshit on the throne of Hastinapura. Vajra, the great grandson of Sri Krishna, was crowned king of Mathura. Then, in silence and devotion, the Pandavas and Draupadi walked northward. One by one, they left their mortal bodies. Thus ended an age of heroes. King Parikshit ruled as a just and valiant king. Once during his travels, he saw a disturbing sight: a bull trembling on one leg and a cow weeping in sorrow. The bull symbolized Dharma, and the cow symbolized Mother Earth. Dharma had lost three of his four legs: austerity, purity, and compassion. Only truth remained. A cruel man was beating them. Parikshit drew his sword and recognized the man as Kali, the spirit of unrighteousness. Instead of killing him, Parikshit showed mercy but banished Kali to places of sin, gambling, intoxication, lust, cruelty, and greed. In this way, Parikshit restricted the power of Kali and restored Dharma as best as possible. One day, exhausted and thirsty after hunting, Parikshit entered the hermitage of sage Shamika. The sage sat in deep meditation and did not respond. Overcome by hunger and fatigue, the king committed a grave mistake. He placed a dead snake around the sage's neck. Later, the sage's young son, Shringi, angered by this insult, pronounced a curse. Within 7 days, King Parikshit shall die by the bite of the serpent Takshaka. When sage Shamika learnt of this, he was deeply saddened. The king had not deserved such punishment. When Parikshit heard of this curse, he did not protest. Instead, he repented. I accept this punishment as atonement of my mistake. He crowned his son Janamejaya as king and went to the banks of the holy Ganga. For 7 days he fasted, prayed, and fixed his mind entirely on Sri Krishna. Great sages gathered there, and finally arrived sage Shuka, son of Vyasa. Parikshit asked him two eternal questions. What should a human being do in life? And what should one do when death is near? Sage Shuka replied, those attached to worldly life lose their time in sleep and pursuit of wealth, but the wise seek liberation by listening to chanting and remembering the stories of Sri Vishnu. Thus began the narration of the Srimad Bhagvatam, a sacred dialogue meant not just for the dying king, but for all humanity. This story reminds us even kings are not above mistakes, but true greatness lies in acceptance, humility, and devotion. If you like this episode, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll meet you in the next episode. Till then, bye.